Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode organized by Blue Gray Mortgage. Today, I have a special guest, Annie O'Sullivan from LPT Realty. So a little bit about Annie. She has been in this business for 15 years, and she has also been coaching since 2017.
Yep.
She's part of my BNI group locally in Wesley Chapel, and she's the treasurer of the group. I was just looking at her profile, and there's something that caught my eye. She's also a gamer. She plays RPG video games.
I do.
So let's start with that. Annie, what's your favorite game?
Ooh, gee, favorite. If you're talking about like from a longevity perspective, like any of the Final Fantasies, I've played all of them since like the start.
You play Final Fantasies?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Played all of them.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's like what started me, and like I have to play them all since then and everything.
Wow. So it started from the Nintendo days?
Yeah.
See, I know a little bit about video games.
Yeah, Nintendo days. But I'm a PlayStation person more
me
than
too.
Xbox.
Right.
So that started fights in our house.
You and I have something in common.
Right.
So it's really funny because I tell people that when I first got into real estate, I felt I was playing a video game.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to go talk to somebody, collect some information, and then talk to someone else, collect some information, and then go get a key and go open up a house or open a door and put somebody in there and then take somebody out. It's like a video game.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's actually a great analogy. I talk about that all the time. I was always that one when it came to RPGs too, that I would talk to all the villagers or wherever city you were in.
Right.
Where you like, because you know that someone has some side quest or there's some information that would give you some extra bonus for that 100% completion.
You need the EXP.
Exactly. So I would be that one that'd look around every corner, talk to everybody just to make sure I'd get it. And I guess that has helped a lot with real estate.
See, maybe that's the reason why I'm not like a good RPG player, because I don't really want to talk to a lot of people. I would just go into the forest and kill boars.
That's how you got your XP?
That's how I got my XP.
You're like, that's how I'll do it. I'll just
it's easy. Let me kill something.
Yeah, just hack and slash me.
Exactly, hack and slash. Yeah, typical guy thing. So in any case, Annie is different from other realtors that we have interviewed before because she's a coach. Mm-hmm. So that's why I have her here. I would like her to talk about the coaching aspect of the business, especially now the market is volatile, could be discouraging for a lot of new realtors, even loan officers. Mm-hmm. So Annie, what's your take?
What about the market? Or just in general?
Let's start from.
I was like, hold on.
Let's start from the market in general. How do you feel right now?
I honestly like it because it's creating a lot more reason for people. Like the last few years, it didn't matter why you wanted to move. It was just the financial gains were strong enough that caused the motivation for a lot of people to move. So now we're going back into a market where the motivation is actually based on the family circumstances and the situation for the family versus, hey, I'm just going to make money, so I'm going to go through this process. So I like that better because that's the market I've always been in, and I like helping people and being a problem solver. This market is much more attuned to that.
Interesting. Yeah, it's true. Like I would say in the past, especially during COVID, a lot of people moved because they were thinking that, I can save money or basically for all the reasons other than what you just said.
Right, exactly.
Not for the school, not for the family.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with that. It was just like, let's do this because the money's there.
Right. That's true.
And how many people learned how stressful actual moving is in real estate when you don't actually have a real reason to do it?
Yep, very true. So how would you explain that to somebody who's fairly new to the business?
As an agent, I just share with them that at the end of the day, the real estate's almost like a byproduct of what we're doing. What we're really doing is being problem solvers for families in their situations. So
I like that.
That's really how we approach it. And when you come from that approach, it's like, hey, is there an actual need here and that I can, fulfill it and solve it with real estate? Or is there not a need here? And then, we could just create that conversation. I could build rapport so that way in the future, when that, circles back, I can still be that problem solving for them.
Very cool. Cool. What got you into being a coach?
My divorce, actually. Because I was actually planning on getting out of real estate. And because of my situation, and I was just kind of like bummed and everything, my team leader at the time didn't want to lose me from that regard. So he's like, hey, since you're taking a step back, why don't you just like start coaching? And I was like, yeah, okay, I could do that. Like that's how much of a thought process it was in it.
Well, I mean, they must see you as a very, very valuable member, number one. And number two, you got to know your stuff, right? Like when you teach something, you learn it twice, basically. That's what I always tell people.
It is really great too, because I say it makes you stay on top of your game too.
Absolutely.
That's the part that I really like about it, is that I can't just sit back. You see people all the time who are like, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm like, okay, but are you staying tuned with like the latest contracts, the latest laws, or any of that stuff? And they may not even know things changed. And that blows my mind, because I'm like, this is your job, this is your career. You should be always staying on top of it and learning the skill set that's needed for today's market, not last year.
Yeah, it's true, especially now, right? Like things are changing on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's funny that in the mortgage world, as those of us who are old enough to remember like the great financial crisis, pre 08, 09, from time to time I would get a client telling me that, back then, like 20 years ago, I didn't have to do all this. Like, no one was checking anything. I just got a mortgage. I was like, well, those days are long gone.
I know.
You have not gotten a mortgage in 20 years. This is completely a brand new experience for you.
So, yeah, I'd say from like agents, I always tell them like we're problem solvers, but always stay like learning your skill set, learning your craft, because that's how we can help our community, is by making sure we're always staying on top of whatever needs that they have. Basically, I do listen to news, but not like the general news or anything like that. I have specifics like podcasts and
Can you share?
that I talk to. Podcast?
Yeah.
Well, from real estate side, there's one called RE Data, which just talks about the numbers and everything. So there's no information in terms of like from political gains. It's like, hey, what's happening from trends and market numbers.
I love it.
Right. So that one I love. I do follow a lot of actual coaches in the real estate world. So like Tom Ferry, Jeff Glover, Mike Ferry.
The dad and the son.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And both of them, of course. So like just seeing what's happening from the global perspective and the international, and then also from the local stuff, I do pay a little more attention to like our laws, like Florida laws specifically, and what's going on. So again, not from a political standpoint, but just saying, hey, what's legislator talking about when it comes to real estate? What kind of laws are going in place? Like, remember earlier this year, DeSantis made that proposal about like getting rid of real estate taxes, and so obviously everybody was like, oh, I'll just wait it out, because once that happens, then I'm good. Well, like, I'm not necessarily like a follower of just DeSantis's like feeds or anything, but I did follow that like bill, and it died.
Right.
Like in the House. They never passed anything. So like now, again, I can talk about that because that's my job, versus the consumers that are maybe still talking to me going, hey, I'm just going to leave it because, I don't have to worry about taxes next year. I'm like, well, you kind of do.
I don't know if you have the same experience as me, because I guess people like us, we are looking at the data at real time. Right? We're looking at it all the time. But for general like retail buyers, they're getting their news like 5 days later. Yeah. So by the time they come to me and say, hey, I heard the interest rate drop, it's like, actually it went back up already.
Yeah, right, exactly. You're like, yeah, that was last week. Right. Sorry. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I pay attention to. Is more of like the numbers, the data, so I can pick up on the trends and where they're going. Oh. So like that's the kind of stuff I do.
Very cool, very cool. So for the new agents that are just joining the real estate world, what's some of the advice that you can give them? Besides what you just said.
Oh, yeah, right. Honestly, they should get some kind of mentors as soon as possible. Someone that you can shadow, someone that you could follow to really get a better idea of like how to function in this market from a day to day. Because the thing is, nobody has like a crystal, like there's not one playbook of you start your day at this time and this is when you end it, and these are all the different tasks you're supposed to do. So getting involved with an actual mentor in your marketplace that does this at the level you want to. That's the other thing. Don't pick someone who's like done 1 or 2 deals a year. Like pick someone who's doing 20, 30, makes the income you do. Follow them and see what it actually takes, because it's going to do 1 or 2 things. One, you're going to see the true work and you're going to get, that fast track to success and get there faster. Or 2, you're going to see the work and be like, oh, I don't want to actually do that. And you'll get quicker out because you're like, never mind.
That is true.
You're like, you know what? I don't want this. Like,
people only see the benefits. They don't see the work that they need to put into it.
That's one of the things I love about talking to agents very quickly early on is like, oh, we will give you exactly the your blueprint. You will know exactly start to finish, like how many transactions you want, how much income you want. I will lay out exactly what that workload looks like. And then they start doing it, and like a month later, they're like, you know what, this isn't for me. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like that's what's a win to me, because they're learning for like their selves, their family, and everything like that, what they really want to do.
Yeah, that is a very good advice. A lot of people don't think about the numbers, right? Like you want to close so many transactions. There are actually statistics involved, right? You get so many leads, these leads will become actual clients, and of all these clients, you'll close so many deals or loans or whatever.
Yep.
So I completely understand that
Right.
piece.
And then at least having that, because I think the worst thing anybody could do is get into this field, wait a year, struggle the whole time, like wanting to do better and like not getting the right information so that they can actually do well with it. That's heartbreaking to me. Like from a coaching and like elevating the industry, which is why I do what I do. Like I want people to know very early on. Think about it. As a doctor, you know exactly what you have to do. You know about your residents. You know exactly what's needed to get that career and like that future pace, right?
Yep.
Real estate, we don't have that.
Right.
So
At least it's not linear.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So like being able to do that quickly for people, that to me gives you a much better idea so that they have realistic expectations. And they either hit their goals and targets the way they want, or like I said, they don't really actually want to do the work.
Yeah.
And then they can find out what they really are passionate about in life.
Yeah, it's true. So what are you passionate about besides the real estate?
Real estate's like my jam.
It's good.
I know, like
it's a
that,
good thing.
It is that. That's why I've been doing it for so long.
Right,
I love
right.
coaching people on it. Is like, no, I will teach you to be an amazing agent, so you're helping your community. But other than that, like I'd say my family, like I'm getting into like I love Florida. Like I'm not locally from here and everything.
Oh, where are you from?
I grew up in New York.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that before.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Long Island.
And then, it's Long Island. And then I went to Colorado for a while. And then I came here. But here, like, being close to the water, having the beach and everything, like, that's my jam. Like, I love being here. I'll visit snow. I love visiting snow. And, like, playing in it for, like, a week. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then come back to Florida.
Right. Wow. So that is great. That you like Florida. So I'm from New York as well, and I moved here, and I love it. People ask me like, why do I come here? It's like, what's not to like?
Right.
Right. And I always joke that we don't even have a homeless problem here, and the secret is with alligators.
I haven't heard that one before.
It's from me.
I love that. Yeah, that's it. That's the first time I ever heard that.
Yep, it's from Kevin. I'm going to patent that.
And it's like, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because people complain about alligators. Like, oh my God, it's so scary, it's so dangerous. I was like, oh, you got to thank them for certain things.
We have gators that walk through our neighborhood all the time and everything. And people will post it and everything. And it was actually really funny. The most recent post was the gator was nice enough because he actually used the sidewalk. He was just like cruising down the sidewalk. We're just like, oh, okay, neighborly. He's
in Florida, it's illegal to walk on the road. You have to use the sidewalk.
Is it?
Yeah, for real.
Huh.
Yeah.
Someone should actually tell Floridians that.
Yeah, they don't know
like
that.
Walking all over the road.
And they park their cars on the sidewalk because I'm involved in the CDD.
Oh, yeah.
And I invited the Pasco County Sheriff to come talk to us. And he was like, hey, you guys are not supposed to block the sidewalk.
Yep, that part I knew with sidewalks and everything. Because, sometimes like driveways, if you park cars back to back and it crosses, they'd be like, nope, you can't do that. Because they do that public access kind of thing. Yep. So that part I knew.
Exactly. So in any case, so it's well, Annie, thank you so much for coming. Anything you would like to share with the audience? Give yourself a little promotion.
Okay, I would say like if you are serious about this as a career and maybe you're like trying to figure it out or just want some information, definitely come check out my team. We meet Tuesdays as a whole.
What's the name of your team?
Paramount Home Group. So yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, like we're very transparent. We're very open book. Like we want to make sure that people are thriving in this community as far as being a realtor. So like come check us out, ask us questions, and then let's see where it goes from there.
Awesome. I think that's it for today. Well, thank you so much, Annie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good share.
Love it.